Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris from the Dueling Bros, the Water King, coming back at you for another deck breakdown. It's been a while. I had to gather my knowledge and really process everything MetaZoo wise, and now I've got it down, and I'm going to bring you my Fearsome Forest deck today. But before we get into that, I need to talk about this tournament coming up on February 6th. So it has a $15 per entry fee on it, so that's just to help us break even. We just have some expenses, and also if we can break even for every tournament, then we can have these consistently. And if we have these consistently, then you guys can play MetaZoo consistently, and then it'll be a lot of fun for everybody. And that's all we want is just to play, 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 play. So we can get that going. Also, at every single tournament, there's going to be a trophy, no matter what other prizes or anything else that is associated. You're going to have a trophy at the Dueling Brothers tournament. First, second, and third trophies every single time. That's the thing that we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure that if we're having a tournament, we're gonna have trophies. So don't worry about that. If you go into a tournament that's Dueling Brothers associated and you get first, second, or third place, you're gonna get a trophy. We just don't like the idea of somebody coming to one of our tournaments and not getting a trophy. The only reason the second tournament didn't have trophies is because we helped put it together in a week's time. And you know what? That was a feat in itself. And thanks again to everybody who helped put that together. We really helped Mr. Run It Up. But at every Dueling Brothers tournament, you're going to have trophies. And then this giveaway. That's going to end on January 16th. Go ahead and like the post that originates from this. We're going to I talk about this. I have these two cards holding up. Follow us on Instagram. Go ahead and just like I said, like that post. Comment what you think would win in a Krypton Nation versus Nightfall booster box battle, and tag 3 people. Very very easy. I can't wait to see how many people pick which, because it was a very shocking result. And I hope all of you get it right. I mean, I know everybody can't get it right, but it'll be very, very interesting. But I can't wait to see who wins these. And don't worry, it ends on January 16th, and then on January 17th, we will announce the winner and also drop that video of Krypton Nation versus Nightfall booster box battle, where we only use the cards that we get from that booster box that we open, meaning like the aura and everything. So if you're like, hey, like you pulled a bunch of this, but then you didn't actually use it, what's going on? Probably didn't get the aura for it. So there's a lot of cards, we can't necessarily show everything, but we definitely show all the hits. But anyway, that was all that. Now it's time for my Fearsome Forest deck, and it's a very fast forest deck, and I'm not going to hold back any of my information. I'm just going to ramble on, and I hope you guys can soak it all up, because I don't really know any other way to teach people other than to just go. So it's going to be recorded. You guys can back it up, go forward, and just listen all you want. And I hope you guys enjoy. I put a lot of thought into this. And again, tournament, February 6th. All right, everybody. So we got my Fearsome Forest deck. I got everything laid out for you. So let's just gonna go start with over here. We're gonna start with the aura. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 aura. So that is what I rock. Of course, everybody make the changes that you want, but I think 10 aura is good enough for this deck. It's exactly 40 cards. So that is 1 in every 4 cards is a potential aura if you're looking at those odds. So then let's move on to Rope Right. I have 5 of Rope Right. I have Rope Right because he can take flying off. He gets the tribal boost. He's 1 cost, 30 health, 15 attack, and then he's a fearsome critter. And then he also generates aura. That is his main thing. I really love Rope Right because he generates that aura. You can pair him with Lightning in a Bottle first turn to get multiple Rope Right out on the first turn and really set the pace at a very strong pace, aka why we have 5 Lightning in a Bottles. We'll get into Lightning in a Bottle when we get to it. But that is why Rope Right is super strong, and he can get rid of flying on a beastie for a turn. So that is also very, very strong, not to be messed with. So I have these 2 force aura over here. If you don't want to, if you think that's too much aura, I don't recommend getting rid of that much aura. I would just say maybe put it into Forest God's Amber. Although that's not even preferable, I would just like leave this aura in, and then potentially maybe take out a Smoky Spirits and a Lightning in a Bottle if you just really, really, really want more aura. Um, I don't know. But to be honest, I don't like the artifacts right now because they're so easily countered with Absorb Aura, and it is heavily, heavily rocked right now, Absorb Aura. So just remember that whenever you have your artifacts in the decks, your spell books, it's going to let them draw a card and generate an aura. So even if drawing the card alone makes it suck. But anyway, so we're going to move on to Gumparoo. So Gumparoo is a great card. I don't have all 5 in here. It says you can have 5 per spell, but I only have 1, just because he can be easily destroyed, but he's also very strong at the same time. He's only 1 cost. His recoil is 10 damage. He reduces all combat damage to 0 that he would take to 0. But if he takes damage from a fire page or if he inflicted with burn, he explodes. And he goes to the afterlife, and you take 50 damage. So that's that's pretty easy. There's a lot of things that can inflict with burn, or there's a lot of fire pages out there. And then this page, has the tribal boost. And so his other effect is, if his attack is, you may reduce recoil's damage to 0 after applying additional effects. To bounce, send the target opposing page in combat to its owner's chapter. So basically, you can save him as a defender for like a strong beastie, and then you can send it right back into the opponent's hand if it's like a high cost, to put them at a deficit if Gumparoo wouldn't destroy them outright with like his tribal boost. But the whole thing with this deck is you want to get as many fearsome critters out as quickly as possible to build up that tribal boost. And so with that being said, we're going to move on to Squonk. Squonk is extremely underrated. I will admit, I even did not really use Squonk at first, but I recently put him in because I've seen the error of my ways. Is 1 cost for 30 health, and then he has 30 attack. So he's the only 1 cost fearsome critter. I think, yeah, he's the only 1 cost fearsome critter, I believe, that's force, that has 30 attack. So he's really, really strong. There's a reason why he can only have 1 per spell book. He has that, he has the tribal boost, and he's a fearsome critter. The whole crying thing, yeah, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. If you cry, he's immortal. But he's really strong without that. So if you're going to make a forest deck, definitely don't forget Squonk. Okay, and so then we got Hodag. So Hodag is extremely important. He's a fearsome critter as well. So Great Mimicry can only be activated once per turn and does not fatigue Hodag. And you get to gain an attack or power of a target opposing beastie. So it has to be an opposing beastie. And Hodag loses the chosen attack or power if the chosen beastie or Hodag leaves the arena, and if Hodag activates Great Mimicry again. So as soon as Hodag comes in the field, make sure you choose an attack. Don't like fatigue it and blah blah blah. No, choose the attack or power. So if Frogman is out, choose Frogman's power. The next thing you know, Hodag can do a Frogman special, or if there's another strong power that you might want. There's plenty of strong powers out there, or strong attacks. You could take a Quetzalcoatlus attack. You can take another, a Piasa Bird attack. There's plenty of people or beasties out there that you can take an attack from. And then he has the Regenerator, so he generates 10 health per turn. And he has 5 Forest Aura, and he has 70 health. So he's really strong, and he gets that tribal boost to go along with whatever power or attack you steal, and then his LP. So he is really strong, a really big staple in the Beastie Fearsome Critter deck, my Fearsome Forest deck. You help with the Harvester trait to get him out, and then you also have plenty of aura. So then one of your 4th wall items is going to be a plant, because you're going to need growth if you're going to run a forest deck. So it's a 2 forest aura cost, 1 per spell book, and you get to bookmark 5 pages as long as you have a plant within arm's reach. So in tournament, you just choose 4 4th wall items, and a plant needs to be one of them. That's just plain and simple. Power Bread, pretty simple. Put up under a beastie for 3 neutral aura. So that means any aura gains 100 LP and 100 damage, and If the beastie power up red is under, would leave the arena, place power up red in the cemetery. Pretty straightforward. It needs to be basically in every deck. Pretty much. There are cases where it doesn't need to be, but for a general statement, I would say just go ahead and put it in every deck you can. So then 2 forest aura to go with Bigfoot. Let's go ahead and talk about Bigfoot. Bigfoot is 4 forest aura, 80 health. He has the harvester trait or the converter trait as well. He gets a 25 attack bonus from forest. And then if forest is out, he gains invisibility and magic proof. That is so strong. His power is fatigue or awaken 1 target beastie Sasquatch. The really only beastie Sasquatch that's forest is Momo, I think. All the other ones are dual type, and then I don't really think they pair that well with him just yet. So I think he's just best right now in this deck the way he is. It's 75 attack. He has type advantage over forest, and over water, as do everything. And everybody's going to be running water right now. So he's just a really strong beastie, and if you put power up red, that's 175. It basically can't be stopped. Because invisibility, you can't have defenders. And then magic proof, it can't be targeted by spells. So there was only like very, very few ways to get rid of Bigfoot if forest is out there. Very, very strong. And then we have Snallygaster. So this is going to be a hot topic right here. I love Snallygaster. He's flying. He's unblockable. His 7 neutral aura. You really is not going to have that problem getting that aura. You got 10 aura over here, and you have 5 rope rights. It is not going to be that hard to get Snallygaster out. And if you can't get him out, it's really not that big a deal, because the rest of the beasties are going to... If Snallygaster is your last ditch option, like nothing else is on the field, it's going to be hard. He's meant to like increase your lead like even further. So he gains 25 LP whenever a beastie dragon deals more than 50 damage during a single turn. So he's a beastie dragon, so when he deals 50 more damage, he will gain 9. Say if he's already at max LP, he'll go up to 115. If he goes down to 50, however, like if you use like a miracle touch to recover to his maximum LP, it'll only go to 90, because it's only like a temporary bonus when it goes above his maximum LP for this bonus. So I know that's kind of complicated, but this will allow him to temporarily go above his current LP, and then later we'll go back down. But if you like recover it again with like a health potion or whatever, it won't go back up above 90. It only went above 90 because this says that it can, or it basically doesn't say that it only goes up to its maximum LP, because it doesn't say that it can go above its maximum LP. It's very complicated, and I apologize, but that's really the best way I can explain it. But then Talon Swoop gains plus 10 damage for every beastie fearsome critter in the arena. So basically you just need 2 beastie fearsome critters in the arena, and he will do 50 damage with his attack and gain that 25 LP. So if he's at 5 LP, he'll be at 30 LP, or if he's at 90 LP, he'll go up to 150 LP temporarily above his maximum LP. Great card. 7 neutral aura. But we have this Cryptid Nation card to help get him out there if need be. So don't worry about that. This is in the deck. And then of course we have New Year's New Beginnings. It's also a staple right now of pretty much every deck. And then we got 2 bookmarks, of course, another staple of every deck, the Pot of Greed. And then we got 5 lightning in a bottles. If you're not running lightning in a bottles and most decks right now, you are just missing out. I previously learned this the hard way. Don't be missing out. And then we get 4 Smoky Spirits to protect anything that's not a Gumparoo. And that's about it, guys. That is the whole deck right there. It's 40 cards. Take a look and go back, re-listen. And if you have any more questions, let me know. And have a great night. Peace.